Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode. This episode this week is kind of, well, a bit different format to usual, mostly because this week has been a lot of celebrating. It's been a couple of my friends' birthdays, so I've been out for like 2 or 3 days of the week. So my gym schedule has kind of been somewhat messed up. Monday was supposed to be max effort lower, that turned into a max effort upper instead. Lower happened later in the week, and I kind of forgot to film that one. So instead you've got a treat of seeing my dynamic day, because I've not really mentioned what I do on that day yet. So just to show you what I actually do, I will be showing you later on, if that makes any sense. Yeah, enjoy that. Just a quick update as well, that I was meant to be weighing myself this week, but because of food being completely messed up and the fact that my scales are broke, I probably won't be doing that. So next week, yeah, I'll probably weigh myself then and let you know how the cut is going, or diet. I'm not really cutting, I'm just trying to drop some weight. Yeah. Anyway, max effort upper, and this week we are doing a pause bench press. Not really done a pause before, so I'll see how that goes. Enjoy. When I said that life kind of got in the way and max effort lower kind of turned into max effort upper, that may have not been entirely because of my schedule. I was feeling kind of ill on this day, and I wasn't entirely willing to risk doing max effort lower, so I ended up doing upper instead, just to be safe. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, this week I decided to do kind of competition style. I was trying to do a max effort bench with competition grip and a pause. Yeah, I was trying to do a 2-second pause, which when I first started doing this I was trying to count myself, and it ended up being a lot shorter than 2 seconds. So by the end of the video I get Simon to count, and it is actually roughly around 2 seconds or so. I've never really done an official pause bench max before, but I have done a touch and go, and I know that my touch and go last time I tested, and you will know if you've watched previous videos, was around 117.5 kilos. So I'm hoping to get around there, hopefully. I'm assuming my bench has gone up over this training period. So yeah, if I can hit 117 on this day, I'd be more than pleased. As you may or may not have noticed, in previous videos I said I did not like this bench. One of the main reasons I didn't like this bench is because it is really slippy, and I always feel like I'm going to fly off the bench or just end up injuring myself for some reason. One way that I've been combating that recently is through the use of putting my resistance bands on the bench. This has been creating a base for me to lie on, so it is more sticky, if you will. Boop. Anyway, this is my daily max, which surprisingly did manage to get up to 117.5, which is equal to what my touch and go used to be. So I'm very pleased with this. Let's see how it goes, guys. A little bit wobbly, but managed to get it up. I'm still not entirely pleased with my form here, as my feet are kind of, yeah, moving when I press. Afterwards, saved Simon's life, because he nearly died doing a triple, and then moved on to some accessories. Well, not some accessories, but my reps for the day. And here we are for the rep section of my day. Working up to, I don't know what this is, 95 kilos for 3 sets of 5. On this day I decided it'd be a good idea to do touch and go, but on my final rep do a pause, which seemed to be helping. I'm enjoying doing those lately. Afterwards moved on to actual accessories, which is incline bench. I did about 4 sets of 10. I need to actually work in some actual muscle building exercises, mainly because one of my major weak points is off my chest. And no matter how strong your triceps are, you are not going to lock it out if you can't get it off your chest. It's weird because, like, when I first learned to bench, I learned with a close grip, which is strange. But yeah, that's why my triceps are so strong and my chest is a bit weaker than that. So yeah. Afterwards, moved on to some floor press, which is obviously now working on my lockout. Still has a bit of chest involvement, but mostly lockout. I'm a firm believer that you should be a well-rounded lifter, so I'm not just going to concentrate on just my chest just because I know it's weak. I'm still going to try and strengthen my strong points as well, and just hopefully that my chest will catch up to that. So yeah, afterwards, moved on to some lateral raises, obviously, for my shoulders, because, well, they're a big part of your lockout as well, and general shoulder health is, well, important, really. Afterwards, though, I moved on to some supinated chest flies. If you haven't noticed already, this week seems to be a little bit more volume than usual, mostly because, well, I wasn't busy on this day, so I kind of made the most of it and did some extra work. Finished off the same way as always, though, with some nice and easy tricep pushdowns, just to get those triceps a little bit stronger and hopefully bigger. As I said at the beginning of the video, though, it was a couple of my friends' birthdays this week, and we all went for some days out and other stuff. So here's a few clips of what we actually got up to on these days out. Enjoy! Wah! Welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I know I did. Here you are now getting the luxury of seeing what I do on my dynamic days, because as I said earlier, I may have not really filmed my other max effort day. But yeah, at least this will be a bit different. Max effort lower day is basically a mixture of squats and deadlifts. I'm working kind of on a pendulum wave, which means that I do a lot of doubles, really. So on week 1, I do 10 sets of 2 at 75%. Week 2 is 8 sets of 2 at 80%. And then week 3 is 6 sets of 2 at 85%. All of these try to move the bar as fast as possible and while keeping good form and technique. As you can see, my form and technique is not perfect here, as I am still kind of working on it. This first rep on this one is kind of fine, but then if you watch my left knee, which is my right side, it kind of shoots in on that second rep. So that's something I kind of need to work on. Also, the fact that my heels sometimes come off the floor. So as you can see here, it's ever so slightly coming up as I press. So need to work on that and keep my feet flat on the floor. After squats though, I end up moving on to deadlifts. Well, it's supposed to just be deadlifts, but I've been working in a lot more deficits, as I've mentioned before. My weakness is kind of off the floor, so I need to build up speed and my strength from there. So I add a 2-inch deficit and pull 75% of my 1 rep max for 10 sets of 1. Just working on form, technique, speed, and definitely trying to get rid of the arm bend thing, which I do a lot of the time when I'm coming up towards my max efforts. It's not always perfect, but it is a lot better than when I do the max efforts. After that, just basically do lots of bodybuilding kind of things, so do lots of hamstring curls, obviously to try and build up my hamstrings, because apparently I was reading somewhere that is a big part of getting off the floor, so hamstrings are a big part of my training at the moment. Finally, finishing my day off with some back extensions. This is something that I've only just recently put into my programming, because my lumbar spine is something that I've really neglected, and this kind of half works my glutes and hamstrings as well, so I've been putting that in. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, like, comment, share, do whatever you want, and I'll see you all next week. Cheers.